I don't like weather, have you noticed? I don't like weather. I don't like the heat. I'm African and I don't like the heat. That's when you know it's hot, when Africans start bitching. I can't take this shit.
I'm from Chicago. Yes. But yeah, I was born in Nebraska. Like I had a choice. You know, like I could come out my mom and say, oh, sorry, Mom, I want to be born in Brooklyn. No, that's it. You're born, you're born. Let me tell you the reason. I'm Nigerian, all right? 100%. And that's just the thing about Nigerians. Wherever there's a school, my father went to school out there. Wherever there's a school, there's a Nigerian, man. Doesn't matter. It could be KKK University. A Nigerian will be the first one to sign up. But he'll be happy, you know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. I'm so happy. I'm going to a very great school. KKK University. Oh! I was talking to my professor the other day, the Grand Imperial Wizard. Yes. No, he's a smart man. He's a wizard, he told me. He said he's so excited, he cannot wait to show me the ropes. Oh, my goodness! He wants me to hang around or something like that. And they invited me to a barbecue. I said, no, I cannot do it. My parents, immigrants, came with no money. No money, not this welfare thing. That's nothing. Welfare is luxury. Huh? It's like, I'm on welfare. You are rich. You know, they came to the airport naked. They're like, can we get on the plane? I don't want to show you where my passport is. For real. I can't even compare. Go on, laugh it up. I can't even compare financial struggles with my father. I can't go, Dad, I can't get these new Nikes. I don't have enough money. You don't have enough money for your new Nikes. When I was your age, we didn't have feet. It's like, but I want to get some Pumas. Pumas. When I was your age, we had to chase it. I'm looking forward to Halloween. Man, I love it, because I'm big now and I can beat up kids and get their candy? What? Because when I was small, I almost died trick-or-treating. I almost died trick-or-treating because I had asthma, and you know your parents buy you that cheap mask? The cheap plastic one? You can barely breathe in it. And that band in the back of your head making you bleed through your skull. And you know they can't hear you saying trick-or-treat. And how much air did they give us in the mask, that little slot? And you would stick your tongue through. And then you would cut your tongue because that was razor sharp. And they say it's that razors in the apples. No, it's your mask! I love Alabama football, okay? Love Alabama football. It don't matter if you boo it. Don't matter. They're just good players. You must be from a loser school. They were the last to have black players, Alabama football. And Bear Bryant at the time, he was the coach for Alabama, and they were like, I think we need colored players. And the alumni was like, we don't want no goddamn colored players. You don't need no colored players, goddamn. You better not hear no. I'm sure you know what they were saying, right? And then one day, Alabama was playing a team with colored players. And this is what they saw. What the hell was that? That was one of them colored players, coach. He's like, yo, let me get the phone. Yeah, we need some colored players. Why? Because to catch the other colored players. Shit. Oh, the white guys just went by. Holy shit. I went to University of Illinois. Yes. University of Illinois, big school, 35,000 students. 800 black. That's what I did. I laughed too when I got on campus. Especially when the basketball team was away. I was the only one left on campus. And I was the only black in every class. Hard to be absent. Where's just a little Negro boy we put in the middle. Oh. And it's Black History Month. Oh. Yeah, thanks for the shortest month, asses. And the coldest. Yeah, let's keep it in the wintertime because their skin gets really ashy. They can't really hold it. But I was cool because I posed for the brochure. Every college has a minority page. I was a black dude standing by the computer. Along with my Indian friend Raji. And I like when I see thugs in college. Why are you trying to be a thug in college? A thug? What? That doesn't look right. It's like, yo, we're gonna kick his ass after my finals. I got 2 labs. I'm gonna kill him right after that. What? I used to live in Queens. Anyone ever Queens? Yeah, I used to live right by the bodega. You know what the bodega is. It's the little Latin store. And they try to act like it's a grocery store. It has 2 aisles. And the guy, he always tries to help me. You looking for the bread? I was like, dude, I can see it right here, all right? He's like, hey, it's in aisle 2. That's all you got. What you talking about? Every bodega has a cat. El gato. This is a Latin cat. This isn't that stuff you see on TV. No. This is a Latin cat. El gato. Been working in the bodega for like 30 years. And he wants to kill the Taco Bell dog. Don't like him. And you know most cats you can scare away, right? You see a cat on the street, get out of here. Meow. Not El Gato. I tried to scare El Gato. Get out of here. He said, you get out of here. Hombre chocolate, I don't like you. I was like, sorry, I left, you know? Then I don't know how he got my number. I was like, oh my God. It was on my caller ID. I was like, El Gato. I said, hello, El Meow. What? Then he called back like an hour later. Hello, Sammy Sosa. What? He knows about baseball. What is going on? Who rides the train here? We ride the train. Yeah. It's not cute. It's not cute. Those people in the booth, that's why that booth is bulletproof. They know you're late for a train. They know you're late. They take their time with your money. You've gone up to the glass. You know, you go to the glass and tell them, hurry up with my MetroCard, hurry the hell up. You give them that face. And they know, they're like, oh, he's late. I'll count his money slowly. You like want to stick your mouth through the slot. What are you doing with my money? Give me my MetroCard! And then you run. Gotta catch the train. Catching the train is something, huh? Yeah, it's an accomplishment. It's not a joke. Especially when you gotta go down the stair, the 2-stair, not just one. I'm talking about 2-stair, like that. And you never have the right clothes on. It's not like you have the Nike Chase the Train shoes on. You always got something weird like a bag and a cake. You always got and there's always an old person. There's always an old person. No, not like, hi, I'm 65, I can still walk. No, it's usually like, where's the train? And when you catch the train, yo, catching the train, what? You feel good as hell. No, I'm man, you don't just get on, hey, no, you cross it like you just finished a sprint in the Olympics. And you don't sit down right away. You gotta let everybody know you caught it. I think I'll start stretching out. Yeah, caught that train, boy. Knocked down an old man and the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? Then you start feeling stupid because the train hasn't moved yet. Then you hear that announcement, this train is not in service.
We appreciate your run. That was very good. I'm sure you broke your own record, but get the hell off the train. Thank you.
I think Denzel Washington would be a great president. Dude, are you kidding me? Denzel is so damn cool. He would be a great president. He should run. He would handle problems really great. He'd give reporters a problem. Mr. Washington, President Washington, you know there's an economic crisis. Oh, okay, all right. So, so is that what you're telling me? That's what you're telling me? You're telling me there's an economic crisis? Okay, all right. You asking me, right? All right, okay. All right, okay, no problem.